Right here I have this AMEGAT centrifugal juicer, and then I also have this Breville centrifugal juicer. I'm gonna go ahead and open these up so that we can compare the two. So I have these both completely out of their package, and this is everything that both of them came with besides your user manuals. I did want to note some of the key features of this AMEGAT juicer. It does have a 3-inch wide chute at the top, making it so you can fit whole fruits and vegetables and large fruits and vegetables in this chute, which is really nice. And I do want to note that this does have a unique blade design here, which is going to result in a higher juice yield. And another thing I really like about this is it has a dual speed design, so you can use the level 1 for soft fruits and vegetables and level 2 for harder fruits and vegetables, just to make sure that you can extract the most amount of juice possible from them. I did want to compare this AMEGAT centrifugal juicer with this Breville one over here, just because their designs are so comparable. But I did want to point out a couple of key differences. The price of this AMEGAT juicer is significantly less than this Breville juicer, so that is always something to keep in mind. This AMEGAT juicer is 1000 watts and this Breville juicer is 850 watts. But I did want to point out their very similar designs. You can see they both have these nice large chutes here, and they both have the safety feature of this little lock-in clamp, so that both of these machines are not going to turn on unless this is locked into place. They do both have juice containers here, and you can see lifting off the top of both of these juicers, they are very similar. I'm gonna go ahead and get both of these washed up so we can try them both out. Now that I have these juicers all cleaned up and ready to try out, I have some celery and some apples right here, and I'm just gonna weigh out some of this celery so that we know we have approximately the same weight celery to start with, so that we can compare the juice yields accurately. I did select 2 apples that are the same weight here. So this one is 8 ounces, and this one is about 8 ounces as well. Now that I put this plate on here, I just recalculated the scale just so we can be nice and accurate. All right, so I have exactly 1 pound of celery on here. All right, and then we have exactly 1 pound of celery for this AMEGAT juicer. Because I personally don't like the seeds and the core into my juice, I am gonna cut those out of here. Now that we're all set up and ready to go, I'm gonna go ahead and completely do this Breville juicer back here, and then when I'm finished, I'll completely do this one with all of these fruits and vegetables here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn both of these on to the higher function. All right, that one did really well. It just finished. Now we're on to the AMEGAT juicer. Okay, we just finished these up. They both went really nice and fast. Let's go ahead and check the juice yield. Let's see how many ounces each of these comes up with. All right, so we have these right about here, and I do want to measure them exactly, so I am going to pour them into this measuring cup. Let's just go ahead and start with this Breville juicer and just pour it into this measuring cup where we have some really nicely marked lines. Okay, you can see besides a little bit of foam that's left on the bottom, we have all of the juice right here. So you can see the foam line comes up here a little bit higher, but this is almost exactly 400 milliliters of celery and apple juice. So for this Breville juicer, we have 400 milliliters of celery and apple juice. And now we have this AMEGAT juicer right here. We have the juice from it. We're gonna pour it into the same measuring cup. Okay, you can see right here on these markings just below the foam, we have a little over 400 milliliters of celery and apple juice right here, almost to the 425 milliliters mark. So that's really impressive. Overall, while you can see that the Breville juicer made a similar amount of juice as the AMEGAT juicer, with the AMEGAT just doing just about 25 milliliters more for the exact same weight of produce going into them, I'd say that's really impressive. I would like to note that this AMEGAT juicer was really nice and easy to clean as well. So looking at all the main features of this AMEGAT juicer versus this Breville juicer, I'd say they're so nicely comparable. I'm very impressed. And I love that this is a nice option for less than half the price of this Breville juicer, which is always a huge plus.